Good morning. I'm Servant. I'm Pisces. I am one or the other. Excuse me. I sent out a video last night kind of summing up everything that happened in my life. Pretty quick, pretty quick quote, about 45 minutes worth. It didn't get out till late, so I'll send it out again today. This is a point of understanding that the tempest in your storm, the things that you go through in your life, the hurt, the heartache, the displeasure in things, the uncomfortable. Let me explain this to you. You know where this world that you live in, and like I said, your world, not mine, okay? The point being is that it's so nasty and it's so it's so in mind trapping world that you, the good people of the Father, don't even understand it. There's no understanding to be made out of it. What is it that you're doing? Is it actual what is real, or what is manipulated, or what somebody else told you that that's reality, or how that works, or how anything works anymore? You got to understand that there's always a tempest, okay? There's a storm. And it came, meaning a long time ago. I remember seeing it come in. The thing about what the storm was a total realignment by the upper echelon. You know, these multi-trillion-dollar deals, these understanding about what you are doing and what they are doing, compared to what you're going to let happen, compared to what they are making happen in your life. And whether you justifiably can do anything about it. Well, they understand that they got you pushed down, okay? Because they got you happy at scrolling. Maybe it would behoove you to understand what the actual real world's about. They got you chasing all this money everywhere. And, which, look here, there's nothing wrong with money. Don't get me wrong. It's just the point of mammon, of being greed or not greed, being charitable and not charitable, the part of tithing and not tithing. The Father, has got an idea here that none of you people love him anymore. That's the whole idea, what's going on, because you replaced him with different things. I went to Kentucky. I talked to this young lady. She was a nice, courteous young girl, and the thing about it is that she worked there at the hotel, and we talked a little bit, but understand, to be a pagan, it just couldn't, it's not understandable. I still don't know how to register it. The point of everybody walking away to something else. What had happened? What happened? What happened was that everybody decided to live a fleshly life. It's all about them. It's all about who they are. It's all about what they want. It's all about vacation. It's all about this. It's all about that. It's not about love, okay? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And then you want to worship what? Well, it's like I said, I sent out the video last night to come out today of Satanists, covens, witchcraft. Understand that this is not the world you really think that you're living in. You're looking at something that is a shell of who you are. The Father wants you to realize who you really are. You understand it's the tempest in the storm. whenever you go through something in your life, and you sit here and you go, okay, I've done this, I've done that, I have understanding about this and this. Okay, I understand the world and I understand God, I understand flesh, I understand where I'm standing. Something happens and you go, help me, God. Jesus, save me. And you reach down there and you plucked out. And then you turn around and you go back to doing what you're doing. Well, understand that walking both sides of the street's not going to happen anymore. It just won't work. This whole thing has to turn around. And everybody's got to understand that the government and everything that you're being told through AI, look, it's not real. There's no decisions that's real. Your children are fixing to be mimes, okay? Because they won't have a voice anymore. Not a voice one. Now, can you imagine you're not having a voice in your own planet, in your own world that the Father has built for you? The point of knowledge, wisdom and knowledge, okay? If you give all the wisdom and knowledge to somebody else, and you walk by and say, hey, what about this? Well, this is what you do, da 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 da. Okay, well, thank you. You didn't learn anything. You didn't get anything out of it. You cannot carry on in life. It's like give a man a fish every day. Well, he'll eat. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll be fisher of men. He can take care of his own self. Well, this is not where it's going to. Everything that you're doing now, everything that's going on today, is not working for you. You may look like it, but you got to really realize that once they get these large infrastructures built, which is about 10 years from now, what'll happen? Where the birth rate's already plummeting, the social system is not a social system anymore. The government's not a government anymore. You're the wonderful children of the Most High God, and you cannot make a decision on putting people together in your community to saying, okay, how do we secure our own lives? How do we make this work for us? Do we vote? Look, the point being is that, are you going to vote? Because it doesn't make any difference. You're right, in ways it doesn't. Do you take AI's word for it? Do you understand that you're being led to the slaughter or not? The Father, he's not going to let a lot of things happen. But the thing about it is that he seems to be on his way back, okay? And I say he, the point being is Jesus coming back. But understand, whenever he gets done with what's left on this planet, which won't be much, because all of you out there, all of you are probably pretty good people. You probably understand that, hey, I don't tread on everybody, I don't do this, I don't do that. But have you really sit down and took in the points of the 10 Commandments, okay? And understand that how many avenues comes off of each one of those commandments, to understand that your life structure is a total farce, okay? Taxes, keeping you pushed down, all the decrees keeping you pushed down, all the things about this world keeping you pushed down. That's not how the Father made it. If you watch squirrels and rabbits and birds, okay, that same red bird or that same squirrel plays in your yard for years, okay? Just as happy as can be, because he's not pushed down. He might have got pushed out of his house when his tree got cut down, but he just went to the next tree. But understand what's happening to you. You're being organized to do the will of whatever AI wants you to do. I went through a lot of things, okay? I looked through stage presence, coaching, all these things. But they don't recognize the truth. They will use salesman's tactics to understand that they will give you the truth after you pay for it. Well, that's not the truth. The truth of serving in mammon and serving against spiritual warfare. A gift is a gift. Is it used to manipulate? Well, as far as what I've seen, everything out there is being manipulated. For me, I'm giving a gift free. Okay? I always have. I give freely. The Father knows exactly who I am. But you, the good people, you don't know the difference because you was never raised up in my era. Or error, I should say. The point that I'm trying to get to you is that things in your life seem like you have to go get. The Father said, okay, squirrel, you need to build 6 bird nests and you can have this hole in the tree. Okay? That's not how that works. You see what I'm saying? Bird, you got to carry all the material to the squirrel, and the squirrel will build you a home. No, that's not how that works. The true understanding of God is that in faith, you have everything given to you. How do you explore that faith? Precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. 119. Psalms 119. And as you're exploring that, and as you're going through that, each one of these things breaks down into terminology. Okay, you don't know what it is. I do know that for a fact. And the point that you say you do, you're fooling yourself. You can go through it 1,000,000 times, and you'll get something different almost every time. Understand that each one of those times is something from the Father to you. It's not the same word. It's not the same precept. It's not the same statute. It's not the same commandment. You understand that you notice how the Psalms is expanding in different directions because your mindset is getting bigger and understanding more and in different ways about people, places, things. And you understand that the way to get there and that you're being enlightened is exactly what's going on in your life. Well, understand this, that the Father woke me up and he said to give my story. I gave all my story away last night. And I poked it out there again today. Now understand this. The reason that you don't know that you're basking in evil is because you've been trained in it. You've been trained to see it around you. You've been trained to let it go and understand it. It's not the evil that you're thinking about. I always say something about the double-edged tongue. I always say something about the moral of the story. Look, this world is polluted with the decrees. When does it go back to having, I'm just going to grow a garden. I'm going to have some corn. I'm going to have some green beans, okra, if you're in the south. Leeks, if you're in the north. I got leeks down here in the south. But understand that the things that are around you that you're chasing is going to be to your detriment here shortly. Because the point of what's going on is that you don't know what's going on. You think that you have information. You don't have any information because nobody's giving you information. 1964, there was a deal that was put out by Paul Harvey. And it says, if I was the devil, this is what I would do. Okay? You got a chance, go back and see that. Now, this is 1964. Okay? And you got to understand that how back in 1964, we seen things, okay, as it was, because everything come out in truth. I'm going to say everything. I'm going to say 75, 80% was truth, because nobody would put up with a broadcaster lying, okay? Well, now you don't know whether it's a broadcaster or if they just took the broadcaster off and buried them somewhere and made an AI-generated object. Well, the platform today is that you have to go backwards, okay? That's what the Father wants you to know. If you keep moving forward in this world of AI and digital currencies, you will be taking the mark of the beast, because there's no way to barter, sell, or trade. But understand that these people are going to tokenize the planet. Okay, everything on the planet is going to be tokenized. Your home, your real estate, the highways. You're going to go see the doctor when you're told to go see the doctor. You're going to go get new glasses when you're told to go get new glasses, or they're going to lock your accounts up. Okay, they're going to manage your life for you. Well, they're even going to manage the lives of the squirrels and the birds. At least they're going to try to. The point of the tempest in the storm, you know, and when neither sun nor stars in many days appeared, and no small tempest lay on us, all hope that we should be saved was then taken away. You got to understand that these people are stuck in a spin cycle. They have got witchy woo-haw, I'd say witchcraft, put on them. Okay, your whole government, all governments have. Xi Jinping, he is one that's contrite, that lives with it, in it, and on it. And it's all a control factor, in which he is a point of a monster. Putin, he knows what he's doing, okay? He knows where he's playing at. Is he on both sides of the street? I'm sure he straddles the fence pretty good. But what's got me on a tear, and what's got me on a tear for everybody, is that all of the clergy, the priests, the Catholics, the Baptists, whatever may be, even plumb down to the point of me understanding that, you know, I know Billy Graham, Franklin Graham, and the point being is that when you understand that they didn't give the information, I just been woke up to give information. That's all I know. I'm not here to hype anybody in one way or hype them in the other. I'm just here to give the truth. The point of decrees, and nobody ever wanted to actually recognize it or even say something about it. Maybe they just didn't want to say anything about it because they figured that the people would wake up and revolt or whatever they was going to do. But you got to understand that you have something greater in you than you can ever imagine. I mean, it's out of this world. And people are suggesting to go this way and that way and trying to be in this and be in that. Well, the Father's not going to let that happen. And the thing about it is that, you know, they told you what they wanted to tell you. They pushed you in the direction they wanted to push you. They educated you the way they wanted you to be educated. Like I said, you could take 100 boys from here and 100 boys from Russia. See who's going to whoop up on who. Okay? Now, maybe that sounds, oh, well, you're talking about violence. Look here. Without some kind of understanding how this world works, the same way as the Ten Commandments to what it is today, a lot of people didn't take consideration of what it was about. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Oh, that's violence. Well, look, sin is violent, okay? It's violent by the tongue. It's violent by what people do behind your back in secret. It's violent in gossip. It's violent in a lot of ways. But understand this. It's not going to happen. The Father won't let it happen. He'll let it roll along here until everybody gets rolled up. And guess what? Then it's all at the end times. The Father wants you to pray. The Father wants you to spend an hour a day with Him. This is a turnaround for me, okay? I'm just going to bomb you with the truth. You are wonderful people of God. You're chosen to be here. The great accuser, Satan, every time he can turn your head, what he's doing is pointing at God saying, ha, 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 see there. I got that done. I got this done. Well, it's kind of like me. You keep it up, I'm going to take the finger. Okay? So understand that this is not going to work. You, the people out there, you see everything that's going on. You see the greed that's going on. You see the inflation going up. You see where you're being pressured at. You see the pinch points that are coming. Okay? You have to take these measures to where these pinch points are. Democrat, Republican, whatever. I call them all lamos because guess what? They think they know what they're doing. But understand that the point of decree, when Father decreed the wind, okay? And the wind started. You don't see the wind. You don't see it, but you know it's there. How did that happen? Well, the atmospheric pressure against this, that, and the other, it was created by the Father under a decree. Now, these guys are up there launching decrees like they're Skittles, okay? And you're going to have to live under this, which is called tyranny, okay? And this is all over the world. It's not just here. It's everywhere. And you are the wonderful people of God. You're the children of God. Your name was written in the book of life before you was even born, okay? Before the planet was even made. He knew what he wanted and he knew what he wanted it to be. But he has to give you free will of choice, okay? Reason being, because of the Spirit. You have a choice to be part with the Father and a part of understanding the Father and being with the Father. Just like me, I'm with the Father 24/7, okay? I don't leave unless I got something to go do. I don't do these things. And it's not that I'm in the Word 24/7, okay? Because I'm not. I come in here and I said, okay, Father, this is it for me. And last night was it for me. And Father knew it. I give it all out there about everything that happened to me. I didn't name names. I just knew that it was my family. And I still know exactly who it is. But the point being is, that's none of your business. The point of understanding that things happen because everybody's walked away from the Father. The protection is being lifted. If you don't understand that, has things been going wrong in your life? Did you take it to the Father? Did you ask for help? Did you take it to the Father? And I'm talking about, Father, I'm going to go make a apple pie. Please bless this apple pie with your abundant love. Okay? Seems kind of contrite. Seems like it's not feasibly possible. But you know what? A little extra love in that pie didn't hurt anything, did it? But everybody bragged on it. because that's the Father giving you a gift and blessing because you asked for Him to do something for you. That's what He's here for. That's what He's for. And as you keep going with it, you lay all the trust in Him. Your world flourishes and prospers beyond measure. The thing that most people don't understand that. They don't understand it at all. But this is it. You got to take your world and the people that are around you and your families, and you have to stir it back to pushing back against this cell phone thing, pushing back against the computer thing, and understand these digital centers that they're building all over the country. There's not going to be enough water left on the planet to drink, okay? I was reading about how much hash and how much water and how much slippage, okay, on all this stuff. And the calculation is we got to have another 130% of the electricity we use today to power that. Well, I've got a way of doing it, but it's not their way. They want to do it because guess what? It leads to more money. The point being is that people, they'll use up any resource to make something else more valuable. And you're the most precious resource there is. They're using you up to keep you spun up so you won't make a decision where you can't make a decision. They're not going to give you the option to make the decision because they're not going to give you the correct information. AI, once it becomes sentient, if you listen to Elon Musk about it being sentient, it's a god now. Okay, it's going to want to be a god, worshipped. Okay, so understand that this is not going places where everybody thinks it's so great. Everybody's looking at mammon, the money. Father's not going to let that happen. Okay, so something's coming up in March. I don't know what exactly it's going to be, but you're the children of God. You can turn your life around, your family's lives around, your community's lives around. Pastors, like I said, I don't know how you missed decree. Maybe because you wasn't looking at it from an angle being thrown under the bus, I guess. But understand that there's other things that are coming, okay? And if you don't get yourself straddled in, I don't have to sit here and propagandize that, I'm not talking right, or I'm not speaking right, or I'm not doing this right, or I'm not being coached. I don't need to be coached, okay? I have the best coach in the universe, okay? So understand that you, the people, you have to do your Psalms, you have to do your precepts, statutes, commandments, testimonies. You have to spend an hour a day with the Father, okay? It's not asking anymore. There's no asking in this. Do it or be left behind, okay? Everybody goes to rapture. It's called the catching up, okay? The taking away. 2 in the field, 1 is left behind. 2 in the bathtub, 1's by itself. Understand that what's coming is something you don't want to be left behind about. So, anyhow, I got you at 28 minutes. The Father loves you. I love you. I wouldn't be sitting here talking about it if I didn't. I wouldn't be sitting here telling everybody about my story about witchy woo-haw and demons and witchcraft and spells and hexes and curses, linkages and chains and blind monkeys, love spells. Everything that can be cast at a person had been cast at me. And Father wasn't going to have it. And He knew I wasn't going to have it. And the point being is that I'm proof that the Father stands with me and stands beside me. He's on me. He's in me. Jesus is right here. And there are legions of angels. If you could just see the other side of the veil. And it's that thin. Okay? That thin. Take your time. Take a deep breath. Make a good decision today. Make a really good decision about where you're going to go and what you're going to do with your life. And I hope you choose the Father. Anyways, I am a servant of God. the Most High. I am a Pisces, and I'm not stopping. So enjoy your lives the best way you can, but enjoy it in the Father and in Jesus. 3 in 1. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Anyways, I love you guys. Father loves you. Jesus on your lips, Father in you, legions of angels. Y'all have a good one.